Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Less Manly in Search for the King. Well, last time you'll recall we started the game, we stepped into the rather sad and unfashionable shoes of our hero, in quotes, Less Manly, an IT technician who is off on a quest to try and find Elvis Presley so that he can win a huge reward from the crummy TV station he works for. A journey that has now led him to the local carnival. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, step right up and see the greatest show on disc. And there's a few places around the carnival we can go. It's not very intuitive which ones we can go to, however. We have to go to a spot and look close to it. You might be able to see more with a ticket, and since you don't have any money, getting one may take hard work. That is, by the way, the closest thing we get to a hint as to what we are supposed to do next. Because eventually the one spot we can go to just by walking without looking at stuff is this cabin right here. Or not cabin, trailer. You've managed to wander behind the public scenes of the circus where the real job of running the place occurs. A very earthy aroma blows in from the south. Oh, and for those who are curious what music we might be missing out on here, well, I think I just blew the speaker with that. I was going to let the annoying circus music play for a moment, but apparently the game has decided no. Ah! Apparently the music cuts out when we come here and plays for about 2 seconds if we aren't listening to music here. So what's the source of that earthy aroma to the south? Well, it's possibly unwise to get too close to the hind of an elephant. Still, the worst the elephants could do to you is what life does to you every day. Okay, well, just to avoid hearing that later, sound off. Anyway, we can't do anything at the carnival until we get a ticket, which means getting a job. So what do? Well, we come to a trailer where the guy who's in charge clearly is. Knock on door. Faint sound of zipper. I'm coming, just a cotton pick a minute. Hey, how do you know your name? Maybe he has his own hint book. Which is, by the way, a subtle way of them trying to encourage you to buy the hint book for this game, because there's no way you're solving all these puzzles without one. Talk to man. Excuse me? Boy, I say, boy, I'm a busy man. Yes, sir, Bob, no time just here. John with you, boy. Ask for or ask about job. Said to Colonel Bob. I suppose I could use some help around here. Try showing some manners, boy. Ask for job. Gee, sir, Colonel, I'd really like to see more of your circus. Boy, I say, boy, I sure could use some help cleaning up after them now critters. I'd be happy to give it a try. Okay, y'all do a real good job, and I suppose I can get y'all a free ticket. Gee, thanks. Okay, so what do we do to prove our worth here? Get shovel. From here, elephants would help if I could type. They're big and Dumbo. Look at poop. The word poop is not needed in this adventure. Yeah. Okay, get to work. we go ahead and do this. Not sure exactly how long, but it's very soothing watching. So he's only moving the poop from one pile to another. Okay, let's go ahead and drop shovel. He puts it back where he found it, because Les is a responsible person like that. Alright, so now that we are reeking of elephant dung, knock on door. Talk to man. Boy, I say, boy, you did a mighty fine job. Ask about ticket. Said Colonel Bob. Boy, I say, boy, you all did a mighty fine job. Okay, get ticket. There you go, boy. You all done a good job. I'll take the praise. Okay, so now that we have the ticket, we can go and look at some of the attractions of the carnival. This spot doesn't look too interesting. We can find spots that do look interesting, though. And our first stop is going to be at this wagon over here. Here she is, folks, the mysterious, the mystical, Madame Zarmuska. Do you have the courage to face your destiny? Madame Zarmuska knows all, tells some, enter if you dare. So as we can see, ball reading and palm jobs. The traveling home of the infamous Madame Zarmushka. Typical Class 4 circus type zebra. Typical Class 4 circus type elephants. Nothing special about the wheel. This month's special. The enchanting Madame Zarmuska, alluring eyes, full wet lips, currently on loan from the Universal's remake of The Wolfman. Yes? Hello, Les. I've been expecting you. What is it that you wish? Okay, we don't actually need wish in the adventure. What we actually need to do is ask about King. I see him all the time. We can also ask about future. You'll be going on a long journey. And we need to keep asking about the future. I see a search. I see a king. And that looks suspiciously like King Graham from King's Quest. I see him all the time. Sorry, wrong king. I see a violent ending. Peace and tranquility. But it ain't over till it's over. Ooh-da-lale, ooh-da-lale. The rest is up to you, Les. Then we also have to ask about our fortune. The fortune is a concept. The rest is up to you, Lest. Could you run that one by me again? I don't see the palms here. Well, this is kind of intuitive, but we are actually meant to... Too bad I'm only a dream. And that makes her go poof. But once she disappears, you look at the lizard, probably an old pet. We can touch the lizard. Touching the lizard seems to trigger a hidden mechanism. Careful, it's only good once. And if we read the card, entitles the bear, that means you, Les, to one free resurrection. But while we're also here, look at skull. Probably an old boyfriend. Look at candles. Wax glistens as it drips down the candle. Get wax. Now you're left with a situation you're familiar with. White sticky stuff all over your hands. And we can leave. Okay, we still have no idea where we're going or what we're doing, but we're at 140 points. Now our next stop is the strongman's booth. And what are we meant to do with the strongman's booth? Well, world's strongest man. Luigi Pastrami, strongman by day, even stronger by night. And Luigi is looking a bit despondent. I don't feel so strong today. I don't feel so strong today. Good for sweaty palms. Go ahead, Les, try and lift it. Right, Les, do you know what wrists sound like when they snap in two? Well, for some reason, what we're meant to do here is give wax to man. Ah, thank you, my sonny boy. Just what I've been looking for. Now I can get on with my show. Wax on, wax off. I guess maybe he's waxing his muscles. But with that, while Luigi is preoccupied, you quickly slip the rosin into your pocket. So yes, all that just to get some rosin, which is good for sweaty palms. But there's something else we're meant to do here. We have to actually walk around the booth to the back side. And this is how we find this area. Home of Helmet Bean, the world's smallest man. Used to model for a guy who made bowling trophies. Now he's in showbiz. Lately, he'd rather watch paint peel than face another day in this place. She ain't singing, so it must not be over. It's not how big he is, it's how you use him. If you want to talk to him about something, just ask him. Okay? Helmet about himself. The word himself, okay? Ask Helmet about Helmet. I've been feeling a little small lately. Seems like there's no future for a guy of my stature. Nothing to look forward to. The same old routine after day. Okay, so Helmet is depressed. He needs a new direction in his life. He needs something to motivate him to bigger and better things. Why should he go with you? You've never done anything for him. Well, again, I mentioned this last time. This is one of the more surreal puzzles in the game. But Helmut is helpless. He is despondent. He is in need of some new direction in his life. In short, what he needs is a dream. A dream of size. Never a little subtle hint. So give dream to Helmut. Yay! Now I've got something to look forward to. I think you've made a new friend, Les. So now we can get Helmut. Remember, Les, it's not always size that counts. You stand before the entrance to the biggest tent on the lot. Beside an attended popcorn booth, a persistent customer swings a hammer, testing to defeat the test of strength. Complete with artificial butter-like flavor additives. Okay, get popcorn. Careful, don't get stuck between your teeth. Eat popcorn. Gulp. You got it stuck in your teeth. Get popcorn. I don't see the popcorn here. Hopefully I still have the popcorn. Your thermos, a lunch bag, a jar, a master key, a reporter's ID, a free ticket, resurrection card, rosin, and helmet. Yeah, I think I may have messed up by eating the popcorn. Yeah, so don't eat the popcorn because you know what we actually need the popcorn for? Well, this is really intuitive, but we can come into the circus. And the lion will immediately pounce us for trying to get past it, and we actually need the popcorn to get past the lion. Go figure. So we're going to speed run through all of this again and realize how very quickly this goes when you know what you're doing. Do 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 do. Boy, did my fine job. Get ticket. And try kissing her instead of touching her. Okay, so back at 140. All right. So with that done and redone, you always dreamed of being world famous lion tamer. Okay, so you haven't. But it fits the storyline better if you go along with us on this one. Right idea, but you don't want to get that close. The lion may give more than you want to take him. Yeah, in this case, throw popcorn at lion. Gee, if I eat this, it'll just get stuck between my teeth. I know, I'll just leave it here for the nice kitty. Lucked out again, Les. Yes, because the carnivorous beast is sure to want to eat the popcorn. Let's get out of here before the game realizes how stupid this is. Just one of the amazing shows under Bob's Big Top. You recognize the star of the show, Daredevil Ordinaire, the world's greatest acrophobic acrobat, Frederick Von Leap, the Flying Leap. Fred's assistant, the lovely Alona from one of those Garian countries, which is just where she'll be going if Fred misses that water. Alona isn't a great conversationalist. In fact, she's rather shallow. Kind of like that tank. Okay, put your lips up to the screen. Fred's real name is Frederick von Lipov. He speaks no Inglese. So what are you supposed to do for him? Well, look at ladder. For some reason, Fred seems reluctant to climb it today. You're not that daring. Besides, there's something strange about the rungs. They look okay. I wonder how they feel. They feel a little slippery. Gee, if only he had something to make his hands less slippery. Fred accepts the rosin, removes his cape, and prepares for his death-defying leap. Well, since Fred here probably won't be needing it any longer, I suppose it's okay. Yes, all that to get a cape. Crowd is oddly nonplussed about all this. And Alona is gone. There is popcorn here. And that is all we can do at the carnival, barring one thing, but there's one place we need to go first. And this is never one of the bits where the game makes you do some wacky stuff. It's just presumed you'll try knocking on every door, going into every place. Faint sound of footsteps. If you're who I hope you are, prove it or get lost. Word they isn't needed in this adventure. Wait till you get inside. Well, how are we supposed to get inside? Well, she wants proof of identity. Show ID. Oh, you must be that reporter I've been expecting. Come on in. The stale scent of man-trap eau de toilette thickens the air. Pictures clutter the walls, many with lipstick smudges on the faces. You can certainly tell what's important in this woman's life. Don't see that here. Nothing special about the shelves. The sweat stains are still visible. Thanks for letting me in, ma'am. Now, there's no need to be so formal, honey. Just call me Bobby. Besides, I'm so glad the press finally sent somebody over to talk with me. Well, just relax. Make yourself comfortable. Besides, you're kind of cute. Well, Oh, yeah, about the scarf. You can see how much it means to me. Now, let's begin. Try telling him where to sit. Sit on sofa. From here, on sofa. Since you seem to be getting nowhere fast, you decide to make yourself comfortable. Mind if I have a seat, ma'am? Why, you go right ahead, young man. Make yourself comfortable. Okay. Now I don't know how you're meant to guess this or what you're supposed to talk to her. The king sent it to me at last concert. It has magical healing powers, as I'm sure you're aware. Slow down there, honey. Let's get to know each other. Get to know her. Yeah, put your lips up to the screen. No such luck. Yeah, they really did not try to make this very Leisure Suit Larry-like at all. But in fact, what you're supposed to do to make some progress with Bobby is to ask for soda. Just a sec, hon. Don't go away. I'll be right back. And now this will somehow endear her enough to us. Well, I usually only show this scarf to only my closest friends, but I guess it's okay. And now spills soda on scarf. Well, now you've done it. She'll probably have to wash it, but before she figures out that washing might remove the magical healing powers, I'd suggest leaving. We will go ahead and scram. And if we walk around back, recalling the skills you used as a child to peer into neighbors' windows, you prepare to scale this mighty obstacle. from here. Now maybe you'll have a chance to put some of your own sweat stains on it. Okay, so we got a scarf. We got a cape. Some of you can probably guess where this is going, but there's one more thing we have to do before we prepare to leave this part of the game. And it makes no rhyme or reason, but you have to do it. And that guy at the mailbox is kind of a clue. We're going to mail helmet. We don't know where we're sending him. We don't know how we're sending him with no stamp and no envelope. But we've just mailed our new bestest buddy and lifelong pal off to who knows where. And that is all we need to do in New York, so how the heck do we get out of here when there's no way to get help at the bus terminal? Well, that is what I'm going to show you next time. But thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you're so inclined. And we'll continue the adventure from here next time. Take care until then.